Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer. I'm headed out on what we call the dirt road. I think it's County Road B15 to do some train watching. Gavin's in school, the kids are all in school, so I'm headed out here by myself. Sorry for the shaky camera, but it's not a very good dirt road. We'll see what we see when I get there, and glad to have you guys along with me today. Where I'm headed today is a place we've taken pictures from before. It's Aden. It's called Aden Siding. I would say that it's about 5 miles east, or maybe 7 miles east of the bridge that we normally go to. It's closer to town, but it's further to the south. Angular heading towards El Paso. I would say it's about a third of the way from El Paso to Deming. So, like I say, we'll see what we see when we get there. The road is, as you can see, is pretty washboardy and washed out. I hope I don't run across any mud holes. A lot of times on this road, there's places where the water settles. It is run across, and there's not any big ditches or anything, but sometimes there's places where it pools up and you've got to make a run for it across the mud. But I haven't, it looks like it's dried up quite a bit. But anyways, we'll see what we see when we get out there. Okay, as usual, we got to battle a little bit of a breeze, but it feels pretty good, being as it's supposed to be warm today. It's humid today. I would guess it's about 50% out here because it has rained. And you can see the track there. That track heads towards Deming, and maybe in the picture here you can see the signals down at that end. If I turn here, that is heading towards El Paso, and out in the middle of nowhere there goes a Cadillac Escalade. There's a ranch out that way. I just passed a couple of guys that look like they might be going dove hunting out here. We got a red signal, so there's obviously a train coming. So let me get set up. Well, we don't have a train coming, but we got a rail truck coming. I guess checking signals or looking at the track. Okay, gang, no trains yet. Just trying to give you a relationship of where I am or how far out here I am. This is the camera fully extended out, and I think back there you may be able to see the truck traffic on the freeway that I came off of. And I'm diagonal to where I came off, so it's about 10 miles back here off the road. Let me zoom back and you can kind of get an idea if I can keep from moving the camera too much. That gives you an idea of how far away I am from the highway. And now I'll turn the camera around and show you the mountains at Las Cruces. Okay, you can see the mountains in the background there. This is kind of at about a 45-degree angle back towards Las Cruces from where I am. And let me zoom out and give you an idea of the distance here. I don't know what that is over there. I'm guessing it's about 30 miles. The little tiny peaks on the left-hand side, I live about 10 miles below those peaks. Towards us. This is where I'm at. By the way, this is called Aden, New Mexico, and I keep calling it Aden Siding because it used to be a siding. This is now double track. UP main lines. And I say this every time I take a video. UP says they run hundreds of trains on these lines every day. Well, I don't know when they run them. They must run them all at one time and at midnight, because it's just hard to find stuff out here. But I'll take some pictures of stuff that I think might be of interest to you while I'm standing here doing nothing. Okay, guys, I made about a 180 from where I took the pictures of the Oregon Mountains by Las Cruces, and I am looking kind of southwest here. And as you can see, the Suzuki's in the picture, but behind the Suzuki there, you kind of see the remnants of a paved road. And there are no paved roads out here, except that one. And the reason that is paved is, or used to be paved, is it goes up over this little hill that you see here, and about a mile and a half back to the south, and there is a pumice mine there. There's a big volcanic hill there, and they, for years and years and years, they mined pumice out of there and lava rock. And I'm not sure whether they used that at one time as ballast or for ballast, or whether it was mined specifically for ornamental purposes and whatever else they use pumice for. However, right here on this very location where I'm standing and where the Suzuki is, there used to be, that road used to come down and go up come through the fence. There, right behind the Suzuki, you can't see it, is a gate, a wire gate. But there used to be about a 15-foot high hill here, and the hill had a donkey engine on top of it, and it had a sloped metal loading ramp that could be lowered down into a gondola car right here to load pumice into train cars. And let me turn the camera a little bit and I'll tell you some more. Okay, the ramp used to end right about here. And let me turn the camera a little bit more. Okay, the end of the ramp used to be about here. And there was a track. Actually, you can see the roadbed of the track. It's a little further out. You can kind of see it over there maybe. Anyway, there was a track there that came off of the main line, and the ramp went out there, and then the big dirt ramp went up, and then there was that ramp that went into gondola cars to fill gondola cars. Of course, that operation had ceased long before I ever came out here and started taking pictures, some 25 or 6 years ago. Then, right about there, there used to be a large wooden structure that had a tank car for water mounted on top of it. Had a water tank car on top of it. Then back over here, actually right back over here behind where the Suzuki is, there used to be a concrete building there, which I assume was a weigh station or something like that for the incoming trucks that would dump into the hopper cars, or something of that nature. A little office building is what it used to be. Anyway, it used to be fun to come out here and take a four-wheeler such as the Suzuki and get up on top of that little mound, because like I say, it was 15 feet high, maybe 20 feet high. And you could see trains coming for miles and miles and miles out here. But now that hump is gone, and you're kind of stuck down here in the lowland. But anyway, it was very interesting to come out here when there was some scenery to look at. Now, what I will tell you is that all of that would have been fine out here probably forever when the Union Pacific bought this, had they not had a derailment on this curve right here. They scattered cars for about a mile here, right around this curve. There was cars laying all over the place right in here and all the way down. There's a road crossing right down here about 200 yards is where I come across the track, and it goes out to that ranch. Anyway, when they came to do the cleanup of the cars, they just bladed off everything. I guess tax liabilities or something like that, But it was kind of disappointing when they did it. but I guess life goes on. We can't have everything. Okay, everybody. The train watching seems to be a little bit slim right now, so maybe as something to do for this video, I'll take you back and we'll take a look at the Pumice mine. I don't know how close I'll get because the road is really bad back there, but and I'm out here by myself. So let's go take a look at it and you can see what kind of operation it was. Okay, I went around the fence and we're on the road, this paved road, or used to be paved, going up to where the Pumice mine is, and as you can see, it's not real good. I've already got it in four-wheel drive high. We'll see how it is once we get out here a little ways. It seems to erode on the hillsides pretty badly. I'll check with you when I get up here a little ways. Okay, we're up on top. I haven't driven too far. Just about 100 yards from where I had the camera on last time. But you can see that this, what used to be a paved road, is really taken a beating. That you can see the Pumice Hill in the background back there. And I'll turn this back on when we get a little closer. I can see by the condition of the road and the dirt that's on the road and the cactus growth along the edge and in the middle that probably nobody's been out here for at least a couple of months. It looks like not too many people come out here, go out to the Pumice mine. There's really nothing out there. I think the only people that may go out there is the ranchers around here, because they're on the other side of that big hill there. There's a stock tank. I was out there years ago, so they may still go out there. Anyways, I'll get back with you. Well, I came up here a little further, and what we have is a cattle guard, and actually has turned into a car guard. It looks like you could really tear up a tire on here, and this side of it's not wide enough to get the car through. And there's a fence on both sides, so if I can find enough rocks to fill in a little spot here, I'll go across this. I think I could probably make it anyway, but there's no sense in being careless. Okay, I put a few rocks in there. Let's see what we can get. Not too much of a problem. Okay, here we are at the base of this volcanic spout, and you can see that they basically just sloughed a lot of this off on this side, and I would have to guess that they hauled it up through that, loaded it into a truck here with a front end loader or whatever, and hauled it up through that crotch and then somewhere around back to the paved road, or they may have come straight out. I don't know whether they sifted it. I don't know what kind of operation it was. But if I come around here, I think you can see the remnants of a little dirt road here. That road goes around this side up over the top and to the opposite side. And if I swing slowly around here, the paved road continues on around right there, around to the opposite side. And the main bulk of the operation was on the opposite side of the hill here. But it's pretty obvious that they sloughed stuff down on this side and took it as well. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. You can see that, of course, erosion has taken place. But it's a pretty good sized hill. And the only thing I can think of is that the market for the pumice and lava dried up, and they quit taking it out of here or something. But I would have to guess too that they took some other kind of rock out of here, because there's some digging took place right over here, and that looks like possibly limestone or something. I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, I'm kind of on the south side of the hill here. Let me swing around. I'm on the south side now, and you can see that the road is even deteriorating more, and it's no longer, well, I guess there is some remnants of pavement here. But anyway, I'm going to try and get you around on the other side and show you what was happening over there. Okay, we are here on the west side of the hill, and you can see that there's a lot of material on the ground here, and you can see that they've actually created some hills here. When I say this is a mine, they didn't actually go down in, they actually cut away at the hill. Let me see how close I can get. Okay, I just came over a little bitty hill here, and it looks like I might be at the end of the road here. I'll try and walk up and get you a picture. Okay, I just got done climbing up to the top of the little hill here that I took a picture of. And I was just going to show you, there's the Suzuki. And I believe you can see right out there is the stock tank I was talking about. And if you, let me see if I can zoom in here. You can see, if I can't hold this camera still enough on zoom, but you can see some structures way over there. That's about straight south from where the bridge is, where we go look at trains. And let me zoom back in, because that's kind of a waste. And swing back around, and here's where the operation took place. And I have to think that they dug this stuff all out, took it somewhere down here where the Suzuki is sitting, and screeded it out, and sifted out what you know, the sizes they wanted. Let me walk forward here just a little bit, try and get out of the anthills, and show you here the pit. Several pits actually, but they obviously went down in here and dug a lot of this out and then sloughed off the hill and over this little hill here too. But this is kind of what the stuff looks like. In the little form. And then of course there's some hard volcanic rock here too, but anyway, that's about as much as I can tell you from out here, so I'm gonna head back and see if I can find a train on the way. By the way, if I zoom in just a little bit, I do believe that that is the little dirt road that I showed you from the other side that comes up off over the top of the hill. But I can't swear to that. So, that's it from out here at the Pumice mine. Another thing I didn't mention out here is when you're out here in a little area like this, you need to really watch for rattlesnakes as opposed to other places, simply because they like the black rock, because the black rock holds heat. And when it's chilly at night, they'll find any of the big flat rocks, and they'll get on top of them and lay. I was actually surprised I didn't see any on the asphalt coming out here. They like to lay on the asphalt as well. But anyways, that's just another little tidbit, and I'm going to head back and see if we can find any trains. Well, sure enough, we leave, and there's a stinking train. We'll go down there and try and catch another one. Try and sit here and get a little bit of the train anyway. Well, there you go. I did notice something too. Find it in the camera. There's somebody working at the fiber optic side over there. This is the fiber optic line that goes along the railroad, there's also a leg that goes out the road that I came in on. That's what I used to do for a living. Okay, I turned the camera back on because we have a container train down here coming. I'm going to try and get down off the hill here. Okay, as you guys can see, I made it down here. This is the road crossing to the ranch. UP Double Main that I was at a while ago. And we're going to turn this thing around and see if this guy gets here or not. It seems like he's on the slow boat to China here. I'll turn this back on when he rounds the bend. Okay guys, I was standing here waiting on that guy to get here, and we have an eastbound doing right hand running at the crossing. I'm going to step back and let him go. Okay gang, we got another eastbound coming. They must have opened the chute. Okay guys, they finally let the westbound go, so here she comes. Well, everybody, here I am, and kind of a quick change because guess what? As usual, I forgot to make an ending to my video. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today and the little tour of the mine out there, and as always, we'll see you the next time, and thanks for watching.